I've heard people say that tutors don't have a place in casual EDH or EDH as a whole, and I wholeheartedly disagree. I think tutors are an important part of the format, and actually, people don't play enough of them, because it's not about the tutor, it's more about how you use it. So what is a tutor? Well, originally named after Demonic Tutor, it's a card that searches your deck for another card. In the early days, these were all tutors, Enlightened Tutor or Personal Tutor as a few examples. Now, later on, the tutor name got dropped with things like War of Invention or Summoner's Pact, but people still shorthand cards that search your deck to tutors. I'm also going to ignore land tutors in this argument. Cards like Cultivate and Evolving Wilds, I don't think most people have issues with these, so I'm just going to ignore them for now. Now, a common complaint is that tutors that get non-land cards ruin the singleton nature of the format. And to that I say, do you have an issue with Elvish Mystic? I mean, it's basically the same as Llanowar Elves, which is basically the same as Fyndhorn Elves. These are all essentially the same card, yet nobody's calling to ban these. If I Green Sun Zenith to tutor up an Elvish Mystic, isn't that kind of like just playing an Elvish Mystic and a Llanowar Mystic in the same deck? It's very similar. Plus, there are a lot of other cards that are functionally the same or almost identical. Mishra's Bauble and Urza's Bauble are really close to the same. Or if you're playing an Izzet deck, Polluted Delta and Misty Rainforest are basically going to be the same thing anyway. Plus, tutors aren't quite the same as having 2 copies of a card in your deck. Tutors are more like drawing a specific card, rather than just having multiple in your deck. Now, I know people aren't complaining about Mishra's Bauble or Elvish Mystic because those don't win the game, they don't do anything. People more often complain that tutors cause the game to end the same way every time, and I totally disagree with that. Like I said, it's about how you use the tutor. If you don't want to win with an A plus B combo, then don't put the A plus B combo in your deck. Nobody's forcing you to put combos in your deck and then also tutor for them. That's entirely up to you. And realistically, if I have Craterhoof Behemoth and Summoner's Pact, how different is that than having Craterhoof Behemoth and Triumph for the Hordes? I mean, both of them kind of just win the game when you have a bunch of creatures in play. It's pretty similar. Now, you might be saying, well, I don't play big finishers like Craterhoof Behemoth, or I don't play combos, so I'm more concerned about my opponent's tutoring for those things. And I get that. Although, I would just say, you might need some more removal. Tutors are generally very telegraphed ways to win the game. Contrary to popular belief, combos don't come out of nowhere. Maybe I should make a video on that. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me talk about combos. But if your opponent has an Ashnod's Altar in play and then casts a Demonic Tutor, they're probably not getting a basic mountain. They're probably getting a combo piece to go with their other combo piece. This should be sounding alarm bells in your head. Instead of tapping out, maybe hold up some artifact removal. Or get the table talking. Hey, so-and-so has an Ashnod's Altar and they just tutored for something else. We should be wary. Let the whole table know. Even when my opponent has nothing on board, if they cast Opt into Impulse, into Enlightened Tutor, I think that they're the biggest threat at the table because they're gearing up for either a huge turn or a combo win, whether or not they have anything actually on the board. Lastly, I want to talk about some fun ways to use tutors. First is with hidden commanders. I love secret commanders. Me personally, I have a Salvaging Station deck. Salvaging Station is not a legendary creature, so I cannot put it in the command zone, which means I need lots of tutors to get my hidden commander consistently, and also tutors to find ways to recur my hidden commander if it gets destroyed. Or a friend of mine has a 5-color Kaho deck. Kaho is a really cool legendary creature that is held back by its mono blue color identity. But in a 5-color deck, she's able to gather up many different instants and sorceries and work really well. But that deck requires a huge amount of tutors to get Kaho consistently. Another fun deck that heavily relies on tutors would be a toolbox deck. Think something like Sunforger. Sunforger is an equipment that lets you unequip from the creature to search your library for an instant with red or white in it and cast that for free. This is a super fun card to play. You just need to have the right tool for the right situation. You can exile attackers, or give your permanents indestructible. You could even take an extra turn, counter spells, or stop an alternate win con, all with this powerful tutor. And even though I think these are super fun, casual EDH strategies that I would recommend anyone play, it becomes a problem sometimes when players say, hey, we ban Tutors in our playgroup. Then I'm not really able to play my Sunforger deck, even though I think that it's super fun and exciting in casual play. Enough of me rambling though. Do you agree with me? Am I missing anything crucial about Tutors? I'd love to hear it. If you like these EDH archetype breakdowns, I've made a few others. I'll throw a card here. Maybe I should make a playlist, honestly. Let me know any other archetypes I should break down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe for more.